Hello, this is Novels and Beats podcast Nipper. Whichever case, I am Chizoba Katie and welcome to Novels and Bits podcast. Today we'll be continuing on This Could Be Us, Soledad Story. This is by Kennedy Ryan, the novel This Could Be Us. And this should be the third installment. And we're going to make good progress today. Thank you so much really for all the days you tune in, all the times. And when you see me post about this on my status or wherever, and you decide to check it out, I am eternally grateful. This child is grateful. Thank you so much, and for the time that you take to listen. So continue where we left off in the last episode. Soledad did this whole Ferratio fall thing, and all hands were on deck to help her out. Her family, her friends, and they went on this whole delivery thing. She went with Ines, her middle daughter, and the last person she delivered to turned out to be Judah. He was going to ask her out to coffee, but because of Ines's presence, he doesn't. That's what happened. Mind you, Soledad is still trying to build herself after the divorce and after being betrayed by a man, all those things. So now after the delivery run, Sol is with her friends and they're enjoying chili that Sol made to thank everybody for showing up and helping her. And they all agree that this her chili can be famous. And Yasmin begs, please girl, Sol, share the recipe with me. Now the latter has been stepping up on her cooking game. Yasmin, if you've read Yasmin's story, before I let go, she is terrible. She used to be so terrible in the kitchen. But she started stepping up in that book and looks like she's still continuing the streak here. Now there's something coming up called the Harvest Festival for the Skyland Association. Apparently, Yasmin is explaining what it's about. It's a great way for local artisans to display their stuff and businesses to find new customers, etc., while the community gets to have a good time. Yasmin is in charge and she wants Sol to do a particular fun domestic thing. She now tells Sol this is going to pay well. And Sol has a lot of bills: gymnastics, tuition, mortgage, car loan, college funds, utility, HOA, bills. Sol is afraid of the work of organizing something like that, because let me tell you, harvest. When we keep, us believers, we keep praying to God, God give us harvest, God give us harvest. Automatically expect $1 million in our account. That $1 million can be in our account though, but just shall know that it's going to be dressed in overall called work. And that kind of work that's going to give you stress, going to maybe make you have sleepless nights for like a few days or so. It's going to happen. So, yes, she's about to have harvest, okay? Money come in, but it's a lot of work. And she's just afraid of the work. But her friends are like, don't worry, we'll support you. And they praise how much she's been hustling. They're proud of her. She wants to give her friends gist of how she cried earlier, and she just checks out to see that none of their daughters are close by, because the younger girls are like sticking together somewhere, and the older women, they form their own group, they're talking. Soledad shares with her friends how when she delivered the basket to Judah, and she was even surprised that he too was surprised she delivered the basket herself. He's still fine and he invited her for coffee, but nah, she's not ready for another relationship. She spent most of her adult life with Edward and it took so much from her. She's been talking with her therapist about self-partnering. And she's now telling her friends, I'm only now realizing how Edward subtly cut me down all the time to keep me feeling dependent on him for my worth. All these years, I thought we were working together, but Edward thought I wasn't working at all. He viewed me as a dependent, not a partner, even though he couldn't have accomplished half of what he has without me. To this, Hendrix tells Sol he's a narcissist. He needed to be the center of everything. Yasmin now says, if you need a season of being alone, take it. They just hope Judah would still be available after it, okay? After her friends leaves, Soledad gets a call from a restaurant. She made a reservation for her anniversary with Edward. This is supposed to be her anniversary, and she made months plan ahead of that anniversary. This was even before her and Edward broke up. She made this reservation. She's wanted to eat at that restaurant for so long. She's gone back to being Miss Charles. She's Miss Charles now, no longer Mrs. Baines, but she's still going to go for that dinner. She's going to go for that restaurant alone because she's wanted to eat there for a long time, and being divorced ain't going to make her stop, okay? Meanwhile, Judah is obsessing over Sol. He's always checking what she's up to on her socials. This is not his typical 41-year-old behavior. He is 41 years. Now, at the moment, Soul is doing a live Get Ready With Me, which is so interactive and fun, by the way. The way the writer writes it, Kennedy Ryan, she's talking about how this is supposed to be her anniversary dinner, but she's going alone. She talks about discovering her ex was a narcissistic. Now, she is talking on camera while getting ready, and she's now telling the people tuned into her life, do they dismiss your feelings as crazy, but others in your life don't agree? Do you often feel manipulated, controlled, like you're losing your sense of self? Then you might be married to a narcissist. She gives a quick shrug and goes on. Part of my recovery process is engaging in what's called self partnering. I'm learning that to love and be loved is a perfectly healthy desire, unless we believe that relationship is somehow supposed to make us feel worthy or fulfilled. There's so much pressure not to be alone that sometimes it makes you feel like, as a single person, you don't have as much identity. Judah gets it now why she ran from the coffee offer. Being at her life makes him understand, oh, she's just trying to build herself, apart from a man. If he tries to cut her now, date her, he'll be getting in her way of knowing herself and reclaiming her power. She wants to turn all the love she's been giving to others on herself. When Soledad gets to the restaurant, she takes a selfie of herself at the empty dinner table. Before she went to that restaurant, she actually put up two dresses and said, so people, which one is it gonna be? The red one or the black one? Personally, Judah wanted the black one, but she went for the red dress. That's what she wore. She documents most of her life now since it's also work, right? So that's one thing about being on social media, content creator. You have to show your life. I mean, you can still have a lot of privacy, but you still have to show your life. Judah is forced by Tremaine and Kent. Tremaine is Judah's ex-wife, who is remarried to this man called Kent. So the couple, his ex-wife and her husband, forced Judah. Kent, by the way, he works in tech. They forced Judah to attend the Harvest Festival. He'd prefer to be home, catching up on work, but Tremaine insists he comes out for fresh air with their twin boys. Part of the reason Judah works so hard is for his boys. Now, Judah, this is his backup. Let's bring his head a little. Aaron may always require intense support. He may live outside of our home someday, but it probably won't be entirely on his own. I'm very conscious of the fact that we may be fiscally, I think fiscally means financially responsible for him, not only until we die, but until he does. That sounds morbid, but when I work, when I save, when I invest, it has to last 2 lifetimes, mine and his. So it's true that yes, Adam may end up doing well for himself because, on the autistic scale, he's more normal. But Aaron, who is more, the autism hit him harder, might need support all his life, okay? So that's why Judah works so hard, why he looks like, oh my gosh, you're so rich. He's not just that trying to get rich for this lifetime, but his children are also top of his mind. Again, autism, not of God at all. Devilish. We cast that out. Aaron could still make progress, become a world-renowned Cuba and out-earn all of them. That's a possibility that his obsession with those cube things is associated with geniuses. Adam might be academically gifted and better, but he used to have 50 seizures a day. Hey God, the devil is a bastard. Sometimes he would fall during one, bump his head, and end up in the emergency room. Anyone who wants to become involved with the parents of these boys, either Tremaine or Judah, you have to know what you're signing up for. Kent did. He's trying to convince the boys right now to go on a hayride while they're here at this Harvest Festival. But the boys don't want to go on this hayride. So Tremaine has to be like, Judah, come on, go on this hayride. Your boys are going to go if you go. When Tremaine assumes that the only thing that Judah cares about is work, Judah actually thinks, actually no. His thoughts go in the direction of Soul. Her scent haunts him. Her hair was longer the last time they saw, black from a distance, but with streaks of red up close. And then he's now thinking about her mouth. And let's be in Judah's head a minute. He's thinking, that damn mouth. Her lips are the color of crushed plums, like the juice that oozes out. I know because I bought plums and squeezed one to see if it matched my memories of those pretty pouty lips. It absolutely did. And the thought of Soledad's lips wrapped, people, his thoughts. Tremaine snaps him out of it like, yo, dude, where are you at? And the reason I took note of this particular paragraph, the whole her lips are like the color of crushed plums thing. When I heard Kennedy Ryan talk about this story on a podcast, she actually used this as an example. One inspiration she caught, and she had to write this scene based on that inspiration, the crushed plums thing. So Tremaine snaps Judah out of that his thoughts of Soledad, and he goes on the hayride. The twins follow. Adam is smiling, and he may not be talking to the other kids on the ride, but he enjoys being with them. Aaron, he just watches everybody, takes occasional photo with his phone. With so much of Aaron's communication reliant on pictures, he's constantly adding to his encyclopedia of images. That is, he shows you images so that you know what he's talking about. By the time the ride ends and the truck returns to the small shed where they started, hay ride is basically you're riding hay, like hay, actual farm hay, and it's in a truck and stuff, and people are just there, kind of like a farm experience, as though you're back in old Texas or the West or something, that sort of experience. Now, by the time they come back to the small shed where they started, the boys are more eager to explore more of this harvest festival. Later, Judah is set to leave, but he notes a floral bookmark that somebody's selling. Soledad mentioned plans of starting a book club on one of her lives that he watched. So for that reason, he picks one floral bookmark as per I'm gonna give it to Soul if I get a chance to. Then Hendrix, Soledad's friend, she shows up around this time with the flyers. Remember, Judah is planning on going home right now. And she's now announcing to the people, we have a few more spots for Soledad's farm to table experience. She recognizes Judah and he recognizes her too as one of Soledad's friends. And she now tells him in detail what this thing is about. That Soledad's dining experience. That this is food she's prepared at a table she's set. Basically like attending one of Soul's dinner parties. Tremaine now says, Soledad with a vinaigrette? Her voice pecks up. Oh, I follow her on social media. She's here. Hendrik says, yes, she's smiling broadly. She's prepared a meal completely sourced from local growers, butchers, and fishermen. We had a 3 o'clock and a 6 o'clock sit-in, but those are sold out. We had to add a 9 o'clock to meet the demand. While others, that is Tremaine and the husband and Cole, are disappointed they can't make it for the 9 o'clock one. Judah comes. He takes a flyer. He just looks at it as per, I might just come back for the 9 p.m. on. He's going home now, but he might just come back for it. Meanwhile, Josiah checks in on Yasmin. Yasmin is helping Saul with the dining experience. Josiah and Yasmin, they're very all lovey-dovey, They had their own issues before I let go, but they're back stronger than ever. And their adorableness, the whole he wrapping his arms around his wife's waist, is making Saul miss this having a meaningful, passionate connection. Alright, she's doing what she's doing so she can be whole when she eventually finds a person. From this dining thingy, she's making enough money to cover her mortgage plus some this month. Inez is her only daughter available who's helping out with this whole thing. Lottie has a mate, a gymnastic event thing. While Lupe, she has debate team stuff at school. Inez takes pictures and videos for the socials. A byproduct that Yasmin predicts would come out of this whole her doing this dining experience, farm to dining experience thing is that people will ask Soul to organize their dinner parties. It's a lot of work, but Soul is going to consider it for a steep price, okay? If you show that you can organize your own events well and people show up, that means they'll pay you. Hey, can I organize our own? And you know how stressful it is. You got to up that fee, okay? That's a source of income. Soul hopes her food will do what it's always done for people tonight, those on the 9 o'clock, 9 p.m. dining experience thing that is going to lower their guards, loosen their thongs, warm their hearts, satisfy their hunger. Part of the money would also go towards Cora Garland, a Skyland mom whose cancer came back, to support Cora's family. Now, the menu is long and appetizing. This third dinner is as packed as the first two. So thought it's going to be lesser. Nah. Then Judah shows up. Oh, he's one more because they've been waiting for one more person. They find him a space, and across Judah is a brunette who keeps trying hard all night to get his attention. So she is so freaking sure that Judah dates. Come on, he's handsome, he's fit, he's single, he's successful. Of course, he dates people. He's brilliant, kind. So while she's seeing her guests out, as the dinner is gone and they're leaving, like a hostess she is, she's standing at the exit. She gives each of them a packet of potpourri. Apparently, potpourri is slice up some apple, orange, add cloves, cinnamon, and vanilla. Bring it to boil, let it simmer. Your house is going to smell divine. Okay, so boil that potpourri and your house would smell divine. Okay, so to this, the lady that she explains it to now laughs and tells Soledad, you really are the house lady. People are starting to call Soledad the house lady. It's a moniker that is starting to stick, and she is not sure how she feels about it. Judah isn't among the guests that Soledad sees off, and she feels disappointed that he left without saying goodbye. She's pulled off her heels when he returns with the bookmark, that floral bookmark he bought earlier. He now tells her that he heard her talking about a book club and he got it for her. It's the sweetest thing anyone has done for her in a while. And she now asks him, "Have you been stalking my socials?" He just tells her, "I can't seem to stop." Most people would deny, like, "Oh no, you know." But Judah is like, I can't seem to stop. Let me tell the truth. And I keep asking myself, like Judah is still talking, why can't I stop watching this woman restock her refrigerator, or wash her sheets, or organize a cabinet under her sink? So that is like, it's ASMR, autonomous sensory meridian response. It's like feeling suited or simulated even by certain sounds, background noise, whispering, pages being turned, all kinds of things. But it makes you feel good when you watch it. I mean, this ASMR thing is popular on social media, right? You see someone doing a simple chore, just the sound of it fills you with peace. Maybe somebody brushing dust off or something. For Judah, he knows it's not ASMR. It's soul. Saul is humbled that for a serious man like Judah, she can bring out this side of him. He knows she's self-partnering now and can't date, and he respects that. She doesn't want him to say that he's respecting that. You know how much she's like, push, come on, push, please want to date me. But he is saying the responsible thing. Even as she's thinking to herself, please, I want this guy to push. She's also thinking to herself, I can't hold on to him yet either. He now says, I guess I wanted to let you know that when you're ready to spend time with someone else, I'd like to be that someone. So Ines comes in and so steps away from Judah. After Judah leaves, Ines recognizes Judah as the same man from delivery day. So doesn't want the truth to linger, so she's honest and tells Ines that's Judah Cross. Ines accuses Soul of flirting with the man who put her father in jail. So reminds her that her father committed a crime and Judah simply found it out. And she now tells Ines, there is nothing going on between Judah Cross and me. And when So says this, she is so glad that she can say this with honesty because nothing is going on between her and Judah just yet. She continues telling Ines he has been concerned about us, believe it or not. He never wanted us caught in the crosshairs of her father's lies. He helped us before and wanted to make sure we're okay. Ines believes her. Meanwhile, Judah is distracted afterwards. He runs, cold showers, he watches videos of Soul online. That doesn't help. Being around her makes him feel lighter and happy. That's it. He wants that even without a relationship with her. Is why he's quick to think of her to be the caterer at Callahan's Christmas party. He suggested to Dolores. Then to this, Dolores now says, "You mean the wife of the man who stole over $6 million from the company?" To this, Judah says, "I mean the ex-wife who gave us the means to recover said $6 million, yes." His crush on Soul is so obvious. Judah's crush on Soul. Meanwhile, Soul goes with Lupe and Deja to clean Cora Garland's home, the woman that had cancer came back. She's been on chemo, she's so tired. Soul gets this, as someone who had a mom with cancer. Cora's daughter is delighted that Soul and Lupe and Deja came to clean the house. Whilst Cora's son, the younger one, he's a little subdued at first. Soul doesn't want to make any videos of this their cleaning things for Clean Talk, although the last post of our cleaning hacks got 3 million views. This is their service to the gallants. They even bring food in packaging that can be reused. They clean refrigerator, the house. Only Kara's room is left now. And Kara comes out, puts on brave front for children in her bowed head, with that frame and sweatshirt that reads FUCK cancer. So had sweatshirts like that, when her mom was fighting for cancer, as per screw you cancer, but her mom still didn't make it. Part of the things that Soul uses in cleaning is something called a denture tablet. She throws it in with her sheets to whiten them. So when she's telling Kara this, Kara's like, "Oh, that's right. You're the house lady. You got all those tips and recipes and hacks and shit on Instagram and TikTok or whatever. And you made that salad dressing." To this, Soul just says, "I guess that's me." The house lady. She's still thinking, do I like that clinic or not? Okay. When Soul is cleaning the bathroom, she tosses an eucalyptus tablet down the drain, releasing the sharp minty scent into the room. Once the mirrors have been cleaned with her special lemon and vinegar mix, she inspects the bathroom with satisfaction. Honestly, if this Soul woman exists, and I know people like, based off on this character exists, please point me to them so I can follow them on social media ASAP. I want to follow them right now. Oh my gosh. Among the things on Cora's bedside table is a book. All About Love by Bell Hooks. Soul's mother had that book too. She hasn't read it, but it's among the things she collected after her mom passed. Cora hasn't read the book either, so decides that this book is going to be the first book her book club does. Cora is too tired to leave the house, so Soul is going to come to her. You can't come to the book club is going to come to you, okay? Soul also uses a Target gift card one of the mothers gave her to buy a few things to redecorate Cora's front porch. Cora's children love it and agree it's something their mom would love. In the drive back, Soul thanks the girls for sacrificing their Saturday. Lupe praises what Soul did. People don't do that. It makes Soul emotional. As for her own daughter praising her and being here, Lupe makes it worse by saying that her and Deja, they're thinking of donating their hair to cancer patients who need wigs. Soul's reaction, for a moment, I can't even speak. I'm so moved by this young girl's generosity, their compassion. As a mom, you often wonder if you're getting it in quotes right. Moments like this make you feel that all the shit you go through from the time they come out of you squeaking might actually be worth it. So wants to do it with them. Okay, you guys, you want to keep your hair and donate it to cancer patients. Okay, that's right. I'm joining in the fun. Deja goes, oh my God, Miss Charles, that's so cool. Wenzel drops off Deja at Deja's house. That's her friend Yasmin's house because Deja is Yasmin's daughter. Lupe is also going to stay with Deja for a while. Lupe kisses Soul's cheek and says, love you, Miss Charles. And to this, Soledad grins like she just won the lottery. Her daughter is proud of her. I love you too, baby. That's what she tells Lupe. Now, getting home, Soledad gets a call from Dolores offering her the catering job for the Christmas party. So to this, Soledad just tells Dolores, look, don't you think it would be kind of awkward for me to handle the food, considering my ex-husband stole a lot of money from your company? Dolores just tells her, we bear you and your girls no ill will. We listen, we don't judge. That challenge, okay? Okay, Dolores says, her usually gruff voice is smoothed with something close to kindness. And we probably wouldn't have gotten most of that money back without your help. That's what Dolores tells Soul. If I do this, Soul says, and that's still a big if, I'll prepare the menu we agree on and I'll make sure everything's set up. But I don't want to attend the party. I don't want to see everyone. Now, Soul really wants to decline this offer, but what the Callahans are offering her to do this Christmas party catering job thing, that amount of money that she's going to earn in one night normally takes her 3 weeks to make. So it's a deal. She's going to do it. And it's actually Judah who secured this thing for her. So this is so cool. And we're just seeing all that growth and, you know, let's see the next time Judah crosses paths. I'm so excited for this story. You're excited too, right? So thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I think we're going to be done in 3 more episodes max. We have 4, 5, 6 more to go. Oh my God. Oh, just 3 more episodes. I'm releasing 2 a week I'm releasing 2 episodes a week. So please don't forget to review, tell someone about the show, reshare. Please, it really goes a long way. And I'll see you in the next episode. Bye bye, Nipper. I love you.